Okay, I'm doing it all over again. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It happens, but I don't know what happened. So anyway, oh, my hair is so wild, but anyway. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Anyway. Girl, you need to stop. I know, but that's all right. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is part two. The phone went crazy. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so I'm sitting at my desk. So I'm like, At first I was feeling kind of anxious, kind of panicky. And I said, you need to stop. I talked to myself. I said, you need to stop. I said, your life can change like that. I mean, even faster than I can click. And you're sitting up here about to panic about a call that you might not get. I'm looking at all the different calls and what the other agents are going through, and I'm thinking I'm going to get that call. So I'm in the system looking up the protocol, policies, whatever it is I need to know. So I'm just like, woo! Hey, Al, how are you? Just, woo! Going through thinking I'm going to get that very same call. How are you doing, Al? So then I get a call, and I was able, it wasn't like the other agents. It was something different, and I was able to resolve the issue. I was so happy. And so I began to just sit there, and I was thinking, I said, your life can change like that. I mean, just like a blink, fast as lightning. Anything can happen for the better. Just like bad can happen, good can happen. Just like that. So I'm beginning to just enjoy my process of understanding and learning how things are in the world, and how we react to it plays a very important part. And so I decided to just take one call at a time. I dealt with each call accordingly, and I had to talk to myself, to relax myself, to calm myself down. Sometimes you need to be proactive, sometimes you do, but in other situations it's better to just it's better to be on a receiving level to perform what you need to do, instead of already prepared, because technically you can't prepare yourself for the type calls, because you don't know what kind of calls you're going to get. And those who have been following me a while, you guys know that is an issue for me. That's an anxiety trigger for me not knowing what's next, because I want to be proactive. I want to know, and that's just not being realistic. You're not going to know everything. And then, truth be told, if a lot of us knew what was next, we probably wouldn't even want to be around to see what's next, or we wouldn't want to face it. So some things are good to be spontaneous, and so it's something that I know it's me. This is something within me. This is a growth that I have to do for me, because I know everybody is not like that. Everybody don't have that issue like I do, but I do realize that's the issue that I have. And so now, can I park over here? Now it's like I'm wanting to take a call. I don't feel, I'm a little bit more relaxed than before, which is awesome. And I'm able to float between the different programs accordingly. My hair looks so crazy, but guess what? It's okay. It's all right. It's real. It's my hair though. Oh, Tony having an issue with his phone. With his car. I declare. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, great. So I guess I can park here, right? What's today? Today it's a holiday. Is that considered? Yeah, no. Good Friday, it's not a major holiday. I can park here, it's good. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so now what I'm doing is I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there, to the point where I'm just relaxing and waiting for the call, and deal with each call accordingly. And another thing I realized about myself on this journey of knowing myself and loving myself and improving myself is I'm the type person, I don't want to depend on people. I want to know everything for me. I don't want to, like, you have your supervisors, you have your managers and all that kind of stuff. And granted, they might have a different system. They're able to look into information a little bit more further than me as an agent. However, my mindset is I want to know everything I need to know to resolve the issue, and not have to send messages over to my higher ups and wait for them to reply to me what the next step is. I just want to just do it myself. I just want to be self-sufficient, self-proficient, and just, it's just going to be me and the customer on the phone. They share their issues, so on and so forth. I do what I can do with my system and be done. And it's different if let's say if I had to slow down. It's different if I could just transfer them over and then that manager or supervisor deal with it. That's a different story. But when I am the person who is dealing with the customer and waiting for you to give me information to give to the customer, that I don't like. I can honestly say I don't like that. That gets on my nerves. And I can honestly say that because years ago, people were asking me what gets on your nerve, and I couldn't say what, because I'm like, well, nothing. I mean, nothing really got on my nerve. But let me tell you, that right there gets on my nerves. I cannot stand waiting for people to help me do something. I prefer to just know how to do it myself. I know I can't stand that. I can honestly say, just like I can see myself looking at myself here, I can honestly say I cannot stand waiting for people to get, what is kind of driving are you doing? And you're trying to run a red light? And you did run a red light. What in the world? What, was she late for work? She's not running to the door. Even though you ran a red light, almost got in an accident. Okay, now she's running to the door. I declare, I don't know. But anyway, I cannot stand having to wait for someone to give me feedback or reply or whatever they need to do. And then I have to go back to the customer and tell the customer whatever. And then I have to continue a conversation with them. And I can do that. That's not a problem. However, there are some customers, they don't, okay, we're not sitting down for tea, dear. I just need you to do X, Y, and Z. And in their mind, they want it done like that. However, there are procedures to be done according to the situation. You can't just do boom, bam, there you go. But some people don't understand that. So then you gotta, what do you call a psychoanalyze them and so on and so forth. And, find something to talk about, to small talk and so on and so forth, and things of that nature. So I do that. But oh my gosh, another thing I noticed. And now I hear people say when they feel this way or when they notice this about themselves, they're considered empaths. From my understanding, one who can feel other people's emotions, like, that energy of being anxious or in a hurry or angry and so on and so forth. I can actually feel that. And so, like, when I'm talking to the customer, I can feel the frustration along with hearing, you're talking Tony. Okay. And as well as I hear what they're saying, but no, I don't. Just what I noticed. I am more in tune with how they're feeling to the point I'm not hearing what they're saying. It's like I'm more in tune with their emotions instead of what they're saying. And that can be an issue simply because now you got to ask the question, the customer, can you please repeat that? And now if they're already, and then you're asking them to repeat it, it's like, because I heard all of the emotion, I didn't hear what the call reason was, So now that I notice that about myself, when I do get the calls and it is, need to be de-escalated. I mean, yeah, de-escalated. Yeah, de-escalated. Yeah, de-escalated. And so now I try not to feel, hey, April May, how are you? I try not to feel the emotion, but I hear what they're saying. So I have to really separate that. So it's just different things. Like the song I sing, love yourself, know yourself, be yourself, change yourself to improve yourself. I'm actually living that. It's not just like, you know how when people sing and some things are meaningful words and then some things are just words for some people. That song and those words that I say are meaningful to me because that is the journey that I've been on for a long time. But I must say, let's say, roughly towards the end of 2018 to now, I have more clarity to being more in tune with my what is it called? Now I can't say repetitiousness. To my routine, if you will, and how I interact with people and how I feel and things of that nature. I am in tune with how I feel and what I think and how I want to understand things. So now I realize that I attach myself to the emotion of what, even if they're angry, I can feel the anger, not being scared, but I just feel the anger, I can feel the joy, I can feel the frustration. And I tell them, oh my gosh, I understand how you feel. Like I'm really telling them, I really understand how you feel. I mean, cause I don't tell them I can feel it, but I do say, I be empathetic and I say, I do understand how you feel. And if you continue to get so many calls like that, it's not good for you. And sooner or later, it's just not going to work out for you. So I am learning, and I know I have to learn. Don't feel the emotion. I mean, of course, be respectful and professional and things of that nature, which I am, but don't let the feeling supersedes you hearing what the person is saying. Because a lot of times we as human beings, we will say a lot of things that we really don't mean and what we really don't feel, and then there are some things that we feel and we say, but we really don't mean that. It's just how we felt at the time. So I need to get that under wraps and focus on what they're saying. Not be empathetic, but be empathetic and hear what they are saying. And I noticed that is a good trait to have dealing with these type of customers. And just thinking about me, I worked over 26 years in the medical field, and I had some office work in that too. I never was in tune with myself the way I am now. Since after I had my panic attack, I'm more in tune with my feelings. I remember my psychiatrist and the counselors, they told me, they said, you have to learn your triggers. And I really didn't understand what they were saying at the time because all of this stuff was new to me. But I can honestly say, as time has progressed, I am learning myself. I'm knowing myself. I'm knowing my triggers. And everybody else don't have to understand that. It would be great if everybody understands it. Like in my small circle, they do. So when I'm around them, they understand if I don't feel like doing something or how I feel, and if I express how I feel, they understand where I'm coming from, and that's a good feeling to have that support. However, I cannot be and tell everyone, that I come in contact with that, oh, I'm feeling pretty anxious right now, or man, there's some people are upsetting here. I can feel it, If some people go look at you like you're crazy, I'm just be like, huh? You can feel it? I can honestly say, yeah. What kind of warranty are you selling? Oh, that's Tony. I declare. But anyway, Tony, he has a Mercedes-Benz he bought, but I got to keep going. I got to get it out. So you guys can talk amongst yourself. It's okay. So for me, I just see the need to not be so in tune with the feeling, but be in tune with what the person is saying and understanding what they're saying and what they are not saying. Come on now. What? Yes. Those are things that I need to know. Mm-hmm. And those are things that will make it even better. Even when you're dealing with people, like when we do the ride share, we have customers in our car and so on and so forth. And I know I'm not the only one who can feel people emotions and things of that. If they might be upset, if they're sad, or if they're happy or angry, different feelings. I don't know why I can feel it, but I do notice that. And then, you know what? I also thought maybe my anxiety is not my anxiety when I'm in public. Maybe I'm feeling those around me anxiety, and I am absorbing their anxiety. In return, I feel their anxiety. I thought about that, but I don't know. I was thinking about making an appointment to see my psychiatrist to talk, just to see, am I on the right track with my thoughts and things of that nature. Because there's just so many things that's just like whoosh, whoosh, opening up to me. And I'm like, whoa, what? Really? Oh my gosh. And I see the benefit of having these different types of mental skills, if you will, to help me to communicate comfortably with people. And like I said before, I haven't had this issue prior to June 20. No, that was the first time, 2006 or 2007. Prior to that, I didn't have these issues. I didn't feel anxious. I did not have issues understanding a person, or because I was around so many people, different levels of people, understanding them, working with them, and doing all kinds of things. It's what I noticed is the transition after I had my panic attack, and now it's like I'm relearning myself, and I'm re-understanding myself at this particular level or in this space versus where I was before. Now, a lot of people who have known me from before and now, they see me more as a more approachable person, a more understanding person, a nicer person, and a happier person versus the way I was, But I wasn't a sad person, but I was more an introvert. I was more of an introvert. Yeah, I prefer to stay in the house, stay to myself. Yeah. I didn't really want to go anywhere. So I was more of an introvert. Yeah, I pretty much stayed at home, stayed around my mom and things of that nature. Yeah. Basically, yeah, that's true. That's me. And yeah. But now I want to. I have the feeling that I want to do some traveling. I want to do more things. I want to even shop. For years, it was like shopping, whatever. It was just so tiring. And never in my life that I've lived ever went to a Black Friday store. I'm not even trying to go there because some people get killed, and I'm not trying to go there and get killed or they get hurt really bad. So that's not me. I'll continue to do online shopping, which is okay. But in terms of me feeling okay to go into stores, that is a plus for me because I usually don't want to go into the store, I'm not missing much with Black Friday. Awesome. Yeah, I see too much on television when it comes to the Black Friday, and I don't see anything desirable me being trampled. I don't see it. I'm a human being, not a carpet, so I don't see that. No. Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a 50, 60, 70 size, whatever TV for $1. I really don't care. My life is more valuable than $1. What? Are you serious? So I'm going to halfway kill myself or get killed or hurt for a television that I have to pay for no matter what, if it's $1. And once I plug it in, now I got to pay for the electricity that's going to feed this. What? And I got to make sure it's taken care of properly, make sure it's clean. And then when it goes up, who knows how long it's going to last me? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. I never shopped on Black Friday either, April. Oh my gosh. I remember one of my sisters did. They mapped it out, which city they were going to go to and the stores and stuff. And she said it was horrible. She'd never do it again, and she never did it again. She even camped out, making sure. She said she'll never do it again. She said the people, it was just ridiculous. It was all types of race of people. She said it was just downright ridiculous. She said she would never do that again, and she has not. It's oof. Oh my gosh, no. And you got to run to your car with the big TV after you pay for it. So exactly. You gotta try to hold it. Oh, then you gotta have a lot of people with you. Okay, watch my back. Make sure this person don't come up. Oh my gosh, the thought. Forget it. Forget it. Then you gotta request an Uber or get an XL to get it in there, to slide it in there, and to get it home properly. And you're hoping that by the time you get it home, it's not cracked or whatever. Nah, I'm good. No. What? I don't care how smart it is. Is it smart enough to pay for itself? Is it smart enough to walk into my house and hook itself up? Well, I don't think so. Every smart thing that a smart television can do, guess who has to do it? A human being. Otherwise, it looks just like any other television. Oh my gosh. What do you mean decline? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, let me see. Right, recline the XL. Right, I'm just saying, like, yeah, however, if it's big enough, for a big television. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like nice things. But I am no longer that woman who has to keep up with the times, who have to keep up with the fashion. You can have it. I'm not jealous, not upset. Just the thought is just too overwhelming for me. You can have that. Oof. Oh my gosh. No. And I'm the type of person, I don't mind complimenting people, men or women or children, oh, that's cute on you, oh, that's pretty, that's a pretty color, so on and so forth. I've never had that issue ever in my life. So that's okay. I don't have a problem telling people, that looks nice on them, whatever it might be. Or if they have nice things, if they have a car that's more expensive than mine, or a home that's more expensive than mine, and, a job paying more. I never attach myself to things to indicate who I am, because I am not, for me, I'm not one to, my things don't make me who I am. My job don't make me who I am. I am who I am because of who I am. And because of who I am, I get this job, or I get this house, I get this car. But it's not because of those things that doesn't make me. But however, there are people in the world that they are those things. They are the $500,000 house. They are the brand name shoes and clothes and so on and so forth. Without those things, they are nothing. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm more than that. And I'm glad, and I lived, my family, my mom and dad had a nice middle-class home, nice middle-class lifestyle, and I'm grateful for that, but I never was the type person that attached myself that I have to have this, and I have to have that, and I have to have the new everything. For me to even think, to have all of those things, it just brings me anxiety. And no. I'm just that type person. He's coming down here? Is that a stop sign? Bus stop. I'm in the right spot though, but anyway, y'all. But I'm in a car, if I gotta move, I'll move. But I think I'm good. But so, I don't know. I'm glad, to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm not that kind of person. I'm glad I'm not, that kind of person to even attach myself with things, because things come and go. They come and go, and it's a thing. I mean, you know what I mean? It's no life in it. It's a thing. and the human has to take care of that thing. So why am I going to make the thing more valuable than me as the human being who's taking care of the thing? You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. I'm grateful that I see it that way because I don't have a lot, but what I got, I'm grateful for. And if I was that kind of person who is what they have, then I would be a sad person. I really will. I would be a sad person. I mean, beyond being depressed. I mean, a sad person, period. And I'm grateful that I wasn't raised around that. Even going to school, I wasn't raised around that type of foolishness. I don't entertain that. And to be honest with you guys, I don't want to ever get it when I get older. I don't, you know how sometimes you can be one way at a certain stage in your life, and then as time go on, you change, you become a different way, and then you look back in hindsight, I remember, and that wouldn't even faze me, but now, I don't want that to become what I will be. I don't want it, I don't want it, it's not a part of me, I don't want it to be a part of me. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't want that, because the thought of it just makes my heart feel bad. It's like, that would be a sad place to be, a sad way to be. It's like, oh my gosh. So I don't want that. I want to be comfortable. I want to be okay within myself and have self-confidence, self-esteem for myself, regardless of what people might say or do, good or bad or indifferent. But I just want to be that nucleus. I want to be the nucleus, and I want to go through the breaking down and the building up at the same time. You know what I mean? I just want to be that one machine that keeps things going and not focus on negative stuff and what I might not have. I'm always thankful for what I have. There's always someone who has less than you. Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. And April, for me, and I understand what you're saying, and I said that a lot, and then one day I thought about it. I said, so for me to appreciate, and I'm not saying that's you, I'm saying this is me when I be thinking in here. I said, so you're telling me, I'm talking to myself, okay? And I said, so you're telling me that you appreciate what you have because there are some people who don't have what you have? And then I said, but what about the people that has more than what you have? Would you want them to be happy for what they have because maybe you don't have it? That just, it just came in my mind. So then what I did is when I thought about that, because it was like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Like, I never saw it that way. I didn't even think about it that way. I was just looking at it as I'm being grateful for what I have because some people don't have it. So it's like an indication to be grateful to have these things. However, for me, I began to change myself to say, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. And I try not to. I try not to add in because there are people who don't have it. I just want to be grateful for what I have. I just want to be grateful and then put a little pretty period right there and call it a day. Be done. You know? That's the way, because I thought about it. I said, but wait a minute. There's someone else who has more than you. Do you want them to be happy because you have less than them? And I'm saying to myself, no, I wouldn't. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's just better just to be thankful for what you have, period. Because nowadays, you can be here and the very same day, you can be here. The same day. The same day. There are plenty of people who are going through right now who are millionaires, who are wealthy, and they're going through having financial struggles, having physical health issues and things of that nature. And there's a decline in their life at some type of magnitude. So I just see more and more, not to say don't strive for more and don't set goals, because it's good to set goals. However, I just see more and more it's more important, I think, to be happy where you are, considering it's a safe place and it's manageable. Now, if it's not safe, then how can you be okay with where you are? And if it's not manageable, again, how can you be okay with where you are? You want to get out fast. That's understandable. But if you're comfortable right now and you're safe right now, don't stress yourself to want more to the point now, or to the degree that you're not appreciating what you do have, what you can touch, what you can see, what you can smell, what you can taste. You know, the people around you, the pets around you, the things around you, what is like within your parameter, and you can, you know what I mean? Those things. What is beyond those parameters? Who knows if you ever get them? So do you miss out on the present time in life, living and enjoying family, grandchildren, great grands, mothers, fathers, sister, brother, cousin, uncles, you know, those present moments, that time, because you're going to miss all of that because you're looking towards, oh, when I hit the lottery, or when I get a job making six figures, or when and at the present time, you're missing out on what's going on. Who's to say you're going to get that job with making six figures? Technically, who is going to say that? Who's going to guarantee that? There are people now who are graduating and they are working in restaurants and they can't even utilize their degree. They're working jobs that they cannot utilize their degree. You know, so it's no guarantees in life. And I'm learning this more and more. Life itself is not guaranteed. Think about it. We just recently lost Mandy. You know, life is not guaranteed. And I'm quite sure some of us all have lost someone in our family, child, a mother, father, sister, brother, someone that was close, a best friend. You know, so we know for a fact life is not guaranteed. Even if you believe in reincarnation, even if you believe that process is just that, a process. It has a beginning and an end, and then a repeat. But there is an end to it. So there are no guarantees. There isn't. You know? Only thing that you can really guarantee is what you see today, this second, this moment. Because anything we have today can be gone this very day. That's absolute truth. That's facts. That's just, you know, that's where my mind is, you know. It's just really interesting. Okay, let's see. Inland Empire. Salvi Rideshare Driver said, hello everyone. Hi, Chelle. Happy late Thanksgiving. Same to you and your family. Blessings to you and your loved ones. Thank you so much. And right back at you. Absolutely. So I don't know. I do know. My mind is seeing life in a bigger picture. My mind is focusing on what's the now, the right now. And not, basically, for me, my journey is not to get so overwhelmed with what is going on right now. Don't get overwhelmed, because your right now is not your forever. I mean, oh my gosh, I just thought about that. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Your right now, like you see me right here, sitting here in the car, my right now is not my forever. I'm not going to sit in this car forever, ever. So your right now is not your forever. Even those who are in prison, it's not their forever. Even if it means that they got a life sentences, being in prison is not there forever. It's not. It's just simply not, you know? And it's like, it's just so important to put things in perspective. I see that more and more for me, because I've lost a lot of my lifetime being stressed, being overwhelmed. But I also have to understand, I did not have an understanding of it. I did not have the clarity. I did not have the details of it all. I had no clue whatsoever. So, but now that I have the awakening, or the clarity, the understanding, now I'm like, okay. And I'm not saying don't plan for the future, because I believe in planning for the future, because you might just live into the future. You might just, it might just happen, you know? So you definitely prepare for the future. However, you should not, I know I should not overwhelm myself or allow my present situation to overwhelm me to the point I am not absorbing and appreciating the moment. No matter what's going on in our lives, good, bad, or indifferent, it is a moment in our life. Between birth and death, it's a moment in our life. Oh, that's a gang sign. I don't want to do that. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, no, I don't want to do that one either. Okay. This is your beginning. I'm just saying. This is your end. There are moments in between all of this. And we can either have this moment to think on what we have gone through in the past, but we're in present time, but we're thinking about our past. In present time, but constantly thinking about our past. Or we can take our present time and focus on the future. Present time, focusing on the future. We don't know if what we are planning for the future will actually come. What we do know is we did have a past, and things has happened, and it has happened, and it's done. However, let's see. I know. You see where I am, right? But so far, I'm okay. There's a security guard booth there, and a police officer just came around not too long ago. And then I think there's a booth up there and another booth up there. Not to say they want to see me, but I'm just, thank you. You noticed that. Thank you so much. But a lot of times we do not examine our present moment. Oh my gosh, guys. And another thing. This is another thing I've learned. I'm just sharing what I learned. Different things. And I wasn't in school for it. And I wasn't asking God to show me. But there's just certain things that are happening that I'm noticing that I didn't know before, you know? And it's awesome. And I'm glad I'm seeing it now, because I can live better, you know? I can take where I am, what I'm learning now, start living that now, and take it on. Continue to take it on forward. But not jump before time and focus on the future, constantly saying, oh, I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills next month. I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills next month. Oh, I'm gonna gain weight. Oh, I'm gonna get fat. Oh my God, you know, just thinking the worst. And it's like, okay, Michelle, just like you can think the worst, you can think the better or the good. Like, stop. Don't go down that route. Change that. Don't say that. Say this, you know? And it's like, and I feel when I do think more positive, and when I do talk to myself and say, you're going to be okay, God got your back. And then another thing I realized too, now, the type of Christian I was, okay, I was one to believe that, okay, how can I see? Let's see. Okay. All right, I'll give you this example. Studying. Okay. I was the type Christian who would believe that if I take a test without studying, that I would pass it. Granted, when I was in college, there were some tests that I did take, didn't study. I thought about it in my sleep overnight. and fell asleep and woke up, was ready for the test, and I actually passed it. Didn't ace it, but I did pass it. So I lived by that pattern for a long time, that I left everything up to God. Everything. I just took my human skills and put them on the back burner and said, okay, God do this, God do that, God do this, God do that. Not saying God help me to do this, God help me to do that, because in this world, things happens when humans do it. You know what I mean? A lot of things here is for us to do. It's for us to know and to see and to understand. But God gives us the strength, the physical strength, the mental capacity of understanding. He gives us those things that human beings cannot give and do. However, I was not using my human abilities to do a lot of the things that I needed to do. And I had to learn. It took time over the years because I did not understand the process of, yes, believe in God. Absolutely, I believe in God. And I know He can do miracles because He has done miracles in my life and done miracles in my family and friends' life and those who are around me. So I got that locked down. I'm secure on that. However, I guess I just became lazy when it came. It's like, okay, I want a job. God, I want a job. Please, God, bless me with a job. I'm praying for a job. But I have not went to not one job fair. I have not even came out the house. I don't even have a phone line, okay? To the point I can't even call no one. No one can call me. I don't even have a cell phone. It's like certain things has to be in place, in order for God to work through. And a lot of times I think some of us as human beings, we begin to be on the other side of what I was. They think they're doing every single thing and God has nothing to do with it, and to each his own. However, for me, I was on the other side of the pole, wanting God to do everything for me, okay? For me, not really consciously understanding there are a lot of things in this world that I have to do, and God has to give me the strength and understanding to do just that. Hello? Yep, I'm already here. All right, later. Yeah, so it's just different things that I'm noticing. And that awakening helped me to want to go back to this job where I had my panic attack. Because let me tell you, now when I go to work, I say my prayers, meditate, listen to my music. I pump myself up. I'm positive. And I tell myself, you're going to handle, and this is what I tell myself. I said, you're going to handle every call. You're going to be fine. And you're going to do your best. And there's no reason to fear whatever call comes. They're human beings just like you are. They have issues just like when you have issues. They're not aliens. For some reason, and a lot of the agents, they were like, oh my gosh. Because in our mind, we think irate. We thinking, what? I can count on 2 fingers a customer that was irate that I had to escalate to a supervisor. 2 fingers. And she apologized to me. She said, honey, I know it's not your fault. You know what I mean? It was nothing that I did to cause the issue. Therefore, I should not absorb that negative energy. So I don't. I don't take on that burden. I don't make it my fault because come on. Where was I when you signed up? Where was I when nowhere. So I'm not supposed to take on that. That's not for me to take on. And I found myself taking on all this energy that was not for me to have to deal with, guys. And I'm like, And I'm glad I'm seeing that, because now I can continue to eliminate stress and making myself be anxious and being overwhelmed, because there are some things that I am taking control of that is not for me to take control over. And like the prayer of serenity, in this life, we have to know when we as a human being can change things and when we can't. We have to know when things are, this is the package deal in this life. These things happens. This is not heaven. I believe in heaven. I believe in hell. This is not heaven. Things are going to happen. This is an imperfect place. Things are going to happen. Plants are not going to live forever. They're going to die. They're going to regerminate. You know, they're going to grow. Things going to live. Things going to die down here. Nothing is going to last forever. You know, anytime things need to be repaired, can you imagine things that have life in terms of like trees and flowers and plants and so on and so forth? They die and they grow. They die and they grow. And the same thing as we as human beings. Every day we live, we should, and this is what I believe, we should be better and better and better at something. Where we were yesterday, and if you're in tune with yourself, you know, how you feel with things, everybody's not in tune. And I can honestly say I'm in tune with my mental thoughts and my emotional feelings. I can separate all of that, and I understand what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking and why I'm thinking that. And I haven't always been that way. And so I just think every day when we are conscious and aware of situations, we have to find out who are the players in this. First, you got to find yourself, because you're involved. You can't get away from it because you are involved in it. It's happening to you. It's happening around you. So you're in it. You can't get out. So then it's like, okay, so what part am I playing in this situation? How can I change the situation that it won't happen again? What is it I need to do? And then you begin to plan and so on and so forth. So this is what I have done. And I've done this. This is about being a year. No, it's been longer than a year. Remember I was telling you guys, oh, I didn't even call the bank to tell them to give you that money back. I got to do that. For about 4 or 5 years, I had no negative in my account because I planned not to ever do that again. I planned on making sure it was a certain amount of money in my account. I planned not ordering from my favorite place. I was like, no, don't. Michelle, don't do it. Don't. And this is my situation, guys. Everybody's situation is different. I can only speak on mine. Don't do it. Or I want to get something to eat. Well, you know you're hungry. You got to get something to eat. And then, you know, take a chance of you spending money. Sometimes it's good. I don't get a negative. You know, everything is good. But this go round, I had to pay. Well, it was automatic withdrawal. And I thought that they will wait like they did last month and the month before and then the month before that. But this month, golly gee, they didn't wait. You know, and I'm like, okay. And I talked it over with my mom. She said maybe because it was a holiday. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of it. But any other time, it's supposed to come out on 25th. They wait till like the 29th, maybe even the 30th. But this go round, they wait until the 26th. Boom, bam. And I look at my account like, what in the... What? I haven't seen a negative in about four or 5 years. And it was like, what? So now, when I was talking to my mom yesterday, I said, I just see more and more the importance of having a certain amount of money in my account, no matter what. It's like, I know I have automatic withdrawals. I have to have that amount in there and then some in order to feel not 100% comfortable, but a little comfortable. And if I don't have that in there, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to see another negative if I don't get it together. So that's another reason why I want to do this job. I want to do this job. I really want to challenge myself. I want to be successful with this job, even though it is seasonal and it'll be over sometime in January. However, I'm able to get overtime. I'm able to work as much as I can work and make as much money as I can make for the time being. And I already was offered another job that's supposed to be permanent and full time. I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'll find all that out. But I feel like I need to get a handle on this situation and dealing with customers, irate or otherwise. Get this in a proficient status and feel confident to the point when I go to the other position, I won't be in the same mind space and trying to climb the ladder. I want to be a couple steps on that ladder, so when I start the next job, I'm not starting from the bottom up. I'm midway up and then continue on. You understand what I'm saying? That's yeah. But I gotta call this bank and see if they're gonna give me my money back. I want every penny. I want every penny. I can say, all right, that's okay, but no, I want every penny back, because I'm sorry, because I didn't intend for that to happen, you know? But guys, I'm going to go. Love yourself. Know yourself. Be yourself. Change yourself to improve yourself. And that's the journey I'm on. You want to join me? You want to join with me? You It's not easy all the time, but yeah. All right, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you again later.